Courtney. Trying to get me in some more trouble, huh? I'm already pregnant, girl. Pass me that. Let me see this. And she... Courtney. Courtney. You trying to get me in trouble again?
Hey, how's it going, my royal family, my kings and my queens? I'm your host, Keflezgy, and welcome back to Top Music and Entertainment Show. Now, we're at the end of 2020, and I'm sharing with you guys some of my favorite moments of 2020.
Last time, and now it's here, the first single, Coffee, which is about making love in the morning, which is why we got here, or not me, but you and Tim got here.
We dropped Coffee, and I felt so proud to be black. I love her skin and the video for Coffee. Oh my God.
Coffee and sex in the morning. Breakfast in bed got me moaning. Before you go to work, I need you to go to work.
I mean, for weeks, this song was stuck in my head. No lie.
Therapy. Oh.
In the first place, tell me why that one as the first single from this highly anticipated album.
Well, you know what? It was really just having that record out. It's not necessarily the first single. I didn't want to think about records in terms of singles and stuff like that, as much as it was just an expression of just where I am and what I was thinking. And I just had this moment where I just wanted to celebrate brown and black beauty. Just making sure that we felt seen and we felt heard, and just celebrating our melanin in the most beautiful way.
Around remedy, baby, who instead of me? These bitches will never be. Put it down like it's heavy, baby. Honeymoon that I need that wake up. No, we just woke up. I know you gotta go, but breakfast isn't over. I see the way you rose up. They say money would do a body good, babe. And clearly you agree, don't be trying to leave. Stay here with me, I'll put you right back to sleep. I get you right for the week. We can bake hay in the sheets, let you parlay in and spread it big. Wake up, no time to waste. Da-da-da-da-da. Baby, no time to waste. No time. No time to waste.
Did I also mention that this video made me proud to be black? I love the blackness, the melanin.
Yes! Inside gospel. Woo!
Yes!
You already know this side of me. No one else knows this side of me.
What is going on, sister?
We just up here talking, dope. Well, yeah, I can't talk about heathen things.
You can't talk about heathen things?
Heathen things. I feel like
Lord Jesus, I heard you talking about a date. I love a Cabernet.
Mm-hmm.
And I love when you're thoughtful and make sure that it's ordered when I get there. Something like that is what I love. What are you drinking?
There's a little whiskey in my cup.
Oh, man.
That's part of waking up. It's coffee and whiskey in my cup.
Come on, girl. Come
Okay.
on.
Have you ever been on a blind date?
Have I ever been? No, I've never been on a blind date.
Don't.
No, I'm good.
Don't.
I'm good.
Okay.
And did I say the worst date? The worst date you've ever been on.
Oh, I haven't had like a worst date. I haven't gone, I have not been on a lot of dates. I only have dated the guy I was in a relationship with.
Yes. Lucky you. I have.
I have not had a bad date. Nope.
Well, I have to have you on here when I'm having like I can't ask y'all the kinky question. I can't do it.
Lord Jesus.
I won't do it.
I've been seeing you been cutting up.
It's all right.
If this was blessed oil, I'd put it all on your forehead. This is lip gloss. I'm just playing. You're married, so you get to do all that stuff.
Okay.
While I just sit here and be jealous and wait for my
ma'am.
turn.
Well, no. First of all, I thought the Lord is sending your Boaz, my love.
I do believe that. And I have been, practicing, being celibate.
About that, well, something like that today. Like, what was your most? Never mind.
You don't
You're gonna leave all these questions behind.
You have to call me. We can't talk about this in front of thousands of people. You got to call me for some of these questions.
Okay, okay. Well, then I'm gonna call you later because I'm about to actually pitch in Brescia.
Hey there. All right, y'all have fun. So sorry that I was such a bore to all these folks.
You are not a bore.
My personal life.
Don't you ever say that again.
Well, y'all been going crazy on here.
Oh, well, we just having a little fun.
Man, but I wish, and I'm not going to say it, but I wish I could tell people the time. But nope, I can't. We'll just have to wait.
Because I'm going to call you about it later.
All right.
Love you.
I love you too. Y'all, I'm so happy for you, Kelly. Your video and your song is beautiful. You look absolutely gorgeous. And
I love you. Stop. That's enough.
You put a whole new meaning to coffee. Okay. I love coffee. Okay, bye, Brescia. It's your time.
Bye.
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 Oh, let me hang up.
Okay, that's us all the time. I love my Michelle, my Belle.
Rowland. The video also serves as a tribute to Kelly's mum, Doris. Tina and Kelly sit side by side in the sun, sending Doris well wishes before they're interrupted by a child's voice.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there.
And don't forget,
come on, talk about mom.
Daughters, which I am one of them.
Would you like your eggs scrambled?
What?
Titan, would you like your eggs scrambled?
Stop saying it like that.
Why?
Because I think you're not my mom when you say that.
I am your mom.
Then talk regular.
Titan, you want your eggs scrambled?
Rowland admits that it was very tough for her living in Beyonce's shadow while she was performing in Destiny's Child. On Tuesday's episode of The Voice Australia, Kelly made the candid confession while she was mentoring a singer named Chris Sebastian. He's a contestant on the show who has a brother who is a pretty big Australian pop star named Guy Sebastian.
Can you imagine what it's like being in a group with Beyonce? I would just torture myself in my head like, well, I can't wear this dress because they're going to say it's like B, or I can't have a song like that because it sounds too much like B. They're going to compare anyways. I would be lying if I said, no, it's never bothered me. That's bull. There was a whole decade, if I'm being completely honest, decade that it was like the elephant in the room, but the thing that was constantly beyond my shoulder.
Now, do you remember when Kelly Rowland was pregnant with Titan? I thought that she was the most beautiful woman I have ever seen with child. Like, she wore her pregnancy so well. Like, her skin, that that chocolate skin just was shining and glowing and glistening, and the whole pregnancy was beautiful. Kelly's such a beautiful woman, and I was just
Shit crazy. Knew that you were trouble and nobody could save me. Matter what you do, you always be my baby. Even if you hurt me and you make me go, no matter what I do, boy, I'm fucked. But if I'm gonna be crazy, crazy for anything, I'll be crazy for you.
Never be this bad again, okay?
I thought you said there wouldn't be anybody else here. She's leaving. When she tells you not to get away, believe her.
What the hell, Sandra? Rained at the venue. Manager wanted a Diana Ross moment.
Oh, such a fan. I work for culture, and it's all because growing up, I saw you. Someone who looks like me on TV. Love the new video.
So does the label.
Bad Hair is a horror comedy film about a weave that is kind of possessed by witches or whatever like that, and it take place in Los Angeles in the late 1980s. 1989 to be exact. That's the year I was born. And Kelly Rowland plays this R&B superstar named Sandra. And her character is based off like a Janet Jackson type artist. And when I say that this style of music, the 80s, and just the choreography, all of it fit Kelly so well. This is one of my favorite soundtracks as well.
We got a banging exclusive from the Princess of Pop Soul. I get it. I say it.
Hi, I'm Justin Simeon. I wrote and directed Bad Hair. So we are at Culture TV, which is a music video television network in 1989. They are the black alternative to RMV, which mostly plays rock and pop music. And Anna Bloodsoe, played by Elle Lorraine, is, she's an assistant there, but she's got everything it takes to be a host and a producer. If only the folks at her job would give her the chance. So one of the things that I found in my research is that 1989 was very much a pivotal year in the history of the weave. That was a year where it really began to explode in terms of a consumer product for black women. Sandra, played by Kelly Rowland, she's an amalgamation of Janet Jackson, Jodie Watley, Karen White, that sort of black female pop star that was embracing urban black culture, particularly with the sound of New Jack Swing.
Is that a new nose?
Contouring and contacts, maybe? They must be glued down, or a really good relaxer, maybe.
My shit don't move like that, and I'm part Cherokee.
It's a weave, I think.
Yeah, my girl Tanitra just started doing those. Take whatever hair you want and sew it into your real hair.
Good. That sounds painful and expensive. It actually sounds like a good idea.
Guess it's better than a creamy crack, right? Of course, it's better than either.
Okay, Sojourner Truth. Ain't nobody got time for all that upkeep.
Really dookie braids?
It didn't take that long.
We're trying to be a breakout pop star at the same time. We had a choreographer, her name is Jamila Glass. She and I went to high school together. What I love about Jamila is that she understands that the camera is also, a participant in the choreography. The camera moves need to be in sync with the dance. So we had a good time sort of putting that together. Part of it was location. We found this amazing house that felt like it was stuck in 1989. And then the rest of it was like watching a lot of music videos from the time period. taking in, you know, the resources that we had and figuring out what would they have done in 1989.
Give it to him.
Child, I think I need me a cigarette.
I think I need a weed.
How anyone can throw someone else's dead energy into their head is beyond me.
You see Shorty's hair? I get it. Okay.
The soundtrack for Bad Hair was spot on. It gave you that 80s sound, early 90s sound. Everything was really done very well. And not only that, the movie had an all-star cast, black director. It's just so much black power with this film. My favorite thing about this soundtrack though is Kelly Rowland and how her voice is so diverse and she can really do any genre of music. Kelly performed 3 songs on the soundtrack. I Get It, Just So You Know, and One Night. And I Get It is my favorite. I love the video and the song, but all of the records on this soundtrack is really, really good.
So I am pregnant and I am right now in my 5th month. I feel good. I am starting to exercise. I haven't really been on it as much as I should, but I'm feeling so good now that I'm able to.
Kelly freaking Rowland, Hitman. Let me tell you, Kelly has been secretly blowing up the spot all summer, y'all, all year, all 2020. And now we got Hitman, and the video to Hitman is so sick.
Tell us about the video for Hitman. I know this is one that you and your team put a lot of work into.
I thought about the colors. I thought about the expression and the feeling of what Hitman is and how sexy and sensual it is, but it still feels alive and full of color. And that just comes out on screen. And there's a lot of movement in here.
I love how she have changed her sound once again, as far as the sound of music, the style of music, you know, cause it's giving you like a island R&B type, you know, African vibe type.
Like Crazy, which is the fun disco vibes. Then we get to Hitman. When I turned it on, the first few seconds reminded me of like Fela Kuti. I felt like I was like transported back to one of his songs for a while. So the Afrobeats influence on that song is also cool. So why was that your choice for that song?
Actually, there's another song on the record that inspired this song. And when I was in the studio with Oak was like, oh my God, I love how alive this sounds and the horns and this and that. He was like, let's stay in that vibe. I said, no problem. So he started playing his one of his favorite Fela Kuti songs, and I love Fela Kuti as well. And when he played this one, I was like, oh my God. But it came out so alive. And that's I think my main word for this album is definitely, it's alive.
I see you rocking your mom chain. The last time you were on the show, we were in studio, behind the scenes. I'm going to take y'all behind the scenes. We talked about baby number 2, and you said, I don't think I can do it. My bond with Titan is so real. I don't think he could handle number 2. Now you're 7 months pregnant. How are you feeling?
That's so funny. Yes, now I'm pregnant with baby number 2 at 7 months. I do feel very grateful. I feel very grateful. You know, we've had a really crazy year this year, a very intense year, and it was so funny because somebody said, I feel like this was like, you know, God's way of showing you like life still happens. And, to, of course, be grateful. And I am very grateful. But yeah, like literally baby's moving right now. Like I don't know what else to do. There's no more space. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this
album. We were discussing it again when you were here the last time. This album is so deeply personal because it is about how you see yourself and what others see in you. Your mother passed away. It's been 6 years now. And I know that you've mentioned in interviews that so much of your relationship with her is a part of this album. What do you mean by that?
There's a song that's really a part of this record that really means a lot to me, but it's definitely dedicated to my mother because it's just about giving people their love while they're here on this earth and not. And there's a song on the record called Flowers. And it says that I'm gonna basically give you your flowers and all of your love while I can see you, while I can touch you, while I can feel you, and while you can hear what my heart is trying to express.
I loved it. I love every moment of it. Man, thank you, Kelly Rowland, for 2020. I've been looking for this EP or album. They said it was gonna drop in December. I haven't found it. So hopefully it will push back because I don't want to miss nothing when it comes to Kelly. But anyway, y'all let me know what you thought of this video, how you feel about me, Kelly, and Happy New Year. Enjoy your new year. Let's go into next year with, you know, great positive attitude. And I'll see you in 2021. Can't wait to see what Kelly got for us next year. And congratulations on your second child, Miss Rowland.